Okay, good morning students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good. Okay, now as you know, we are doing the poem, that is fourth poem, Gecko, right? I had given you an introduction of the poem in my previous videos. Then we had done an activity also. We had discussed an activity also. That was a listening comprehension activity in the I connect part, right? Now, today what we are going to do is that we will be learning the poem, means learning the meaning of the poem, what the poem tries to say. So I will be reading the poem and explaining each and every line to you. Okay, students? And you know, it is a very good poem. It is a very interesting poem because it is on a reptile. So you will be learning the poem also, and you will be getting information on a new reptile, because very few people know about a gecko, right? You all know about lizard, crocodile, tortoise, chameleons, but gecko very few people know. So you will be also learning about the gecko. You will get some new information about a gecko. Okay, students? So are you ready to learn the poem? Okay, so let's start it. Okay, students, as you all know, we are doing the third part of this poem. That means this is the third video of the poem. Okay, students, now let's start the poem. Okay, students, so this is the poem about gecko. See, this is gecko, fourth poem. Last time we had done this page, right? In the previous video, we had done the I connect section. Okay, now this poem is on page number 29 of your textbook. Okay, see over here, this is the I read section. So your poem starts from here. Okay, now just we will start. Have you seen a gecko? You must have seen a gecko. Some of you must have seen it, and some of you must have not seen it. It is a reptile, and most people find gecko creepy. Do they scare you? Okay, so most of the people, they find it very creepy, means they do not like it. Most people, they do not like it because of the way it looks. It looks a little dangerous. Okay, so most people, they find it very creepy. Okay, now they have asked a question at last, that do you like them? Do they scare you? Okay, so of course most of you will say yes, we are scared of them. Yes or no? Now we will start the poem. Even though it's very small, the clever gecko possesses all. Okay, so it is very small. The gecko is very small, but it possesses all. It is very clever. They are telling the gecko is very clever. It possesses all. Now see, this is in red, so it is in the word body section. We will see it. Possesses means has a particular ability, quality or ability. Possess means it is having some good quality. It is having a ability. It is very talented. So it is having a good quality or an ability. Ability means it can do many things. Okay, so it possesses all means it has all the abilities. It has all the abilities. So the clever gecko possesses all. Even if it is very small, the clever gecko possesses all means it has all the abilities. It has many abilities. Now we will see which abilities it has. Okay, the body organs, and this lizard even has a perfect gizzard. So the meaning is that the body organs are also perfect. The body organs of this lizard, it is a type of lizard. Gecko is also a type of lizard. So the body organs of this lizard are perfect, and it also has a perfect gizzard. You know what is a gizzard? Gizzard means it is a digestive system of a bird. See here it is given. It is a part of a bird's stomach that breaks down food into smaller pieces. So gizzard is the part, it is a part in the stomach of a bird. And you know what it does? It breaks whatever the bird will eat. It will digest the food, means it will break it into small pieces. So the gecko also has a perfect gizzard, means the gecko also has a perfect gizzard, means that the digestive system of the gecko is very good. Means it can digest its food very nicely. Okay, it can digest its food very nicely. So it has perfect body organs, and it also has a perfect gizzard. Okay, so this was the first stanza. Now we will see the next one. Its feet are well designed and stick to wood and plaster, stone and brick. So its feet are also very well designed, means they are very nicely made. Its feet are very nicely made, and their feet, if you see a lizard, you must have seen a lizard on the wall. It can climb on the wall very nicely. It will never fall down. It can climb on wall, it can climb on door, it can climb on wood, it can climb on brick. Yes or no? It will never fall down. So why it never falls down? Because its feet are very well designed. Its feet are very nicely made. So in the same way, the gecko's feet are also very well designed, and it can stick to wood and plaster. Plaster means wall. Plaster means wall. It can stick to wood, plaster, stone and brick. So it can just climb on anything. Its feet can stick to all these things, okay? And should a predator grab it for lunch, the tail is dropped for it to munch. And what is a predator? Predator means an animal which kills and eat other animals. See, it is given in the word body section. Predator means an animal that kills and eats other animals. So whenever a predator will come to eat it, when a predator means lion is a predator. If a lion catches a deer, then the lion is a predator. If a tiger will kill a deer and eat it, then the tiger is a predator. So predator means an animal that catches other animals, kills it and eats it. They are called predators. So whenever any other predator will come to catch the gecko, then what the gecko does? The tail is dropped for it to munch. It will drop its tail. The gecko, it will drop its tail. It has a skill, it has an ability. This is an ability of a gecko, that the gecko can drop its tail anytime. It can drop its tail anytime, means it can separate its tail from its body. It can drop its tail from its body. So whenever any predator will come to catch it, it will drop its tail on the predator. So what the predator thinks? It gets very confused and it will eat the tail. It will start eating the tail, and in that time the predator is eating the tail, the gecko will run away quickly. So this is the difference, okay students? So this is a skill of the gecko, that it can drop its tail, and the predator, while it is eating the tail, the gecko runs away. So the gecko is saved. The gecko is saved from the predator. See, now in the next we will see. While the predator ponders this mystery, now the predator ponders means it is thinking what has happened. When the gecko has dropped the tail on the predator, then the predator begins to think about this mystery. It is thinking that what has happened. It is confused. The gecko disappears uneaten and frisky. So while the predator is thinking what has happened, the gecko disappears. So the gecko runs very fast, uneaten and frisky. So it is uneaten, means it is not eaten, and frisky. What is frisky? Full of energy, means the gecko runs very fast. Full of energy means very actively. It runs very actively without a second thought, very quickly. Frisky means full of energy. It runs with full of energy, okay? So while the predator is thinking that what has happened, how the tail has fallen, in that meantime the gecko runs away. So it saves itself in this way. Another tail will start to show, but now there's just a stub to show. So after the tail is broken, after the tail is gone, it drops its tail, right? So now there is no tail. But what happens? Slowly another tail will begin to grow. As your nail grow, as your hair grow, in the same way the tail of the gecko also begins to grow. Lizard also, some of you must have seen. When the tail of the lizard gets cut, or when the tail is broken, what happens? Nothing will happen to the lizard, but the tail will start growing again. The tail will start growing again. Many of you must have seen this, right? So in the same way, the gecko also, when it drops its tail, nothing will happen to it, but the tail will start growing again, okay? So it is over here, another tail will start to show. So another tail will start to show means again a small tail will start to grow, but now there's just a stub to show. And when the tail is growing, it is very small. It is very small. A small part only can be seen. So that is called a stub. See over here, stub is short part of something long and thin. So only a small part can be seen. Okay, stub means a short part of the tail, a very short part. Okay, that is called a stub. Stub means a very small part of a something long. It's very small part of something long is called a stub. So when the tail starts to grow, it is only a stub, means it is only a small part. Okay, you can see only a stub. Stub means you can see only a small part. Okay, so this was the third stanza. Now we will see the last and the fourth one. So hide yourself, you tailless beast. You know now what the poet is telling. The poet is Zai Whittaker. So now the poet is telling the gecko, so hide yourself. He is telling you, hide yourself, you tailless beast. Now it is tailless. Now it is having no tail. Tailless beast means tailless animal. Beast means animal. So now the poet is saying, now you don't have any tail. Now you don't have any tail. Now you are without a tail. So please hide yourself, you tailless beast, or look a bit ashamed at least. And now the poet is telling the gecko, you should be ashamed because you are having no tail. You should be ashamed because you are having no tail. So you should hide yourself. Please, this tail maneuver don't repeat. You know what is maneuver? Maneuver means a skill. If we are having a skill, it is called maneuver, ability or skill. And what is the maneuver of the gecko, you know? The skill to drop the tail. See over here it is given. A skillful movement. A skillful movement. So what is a maneuver? Which maneuver does a gecko possess? Yes, the dropping of the tail is the maneuver of the gecko. So now the poet is saying, please don't repeat this maneuver. Don't repeat this skill of yours. Please don't repeat this dropping of the tail. Okay. It makes you look incomplete. So why he is telling not to repeat the skill? Because it makes you look incomplete. Because the gecko will look incomplete. See now if you see a lizard, it will have a long tail. But if you see the lizard without a tail, then it won't look good. Yes or no? You will feel it is incomplete. So in the same way, see over here there is a gecko. It is having a long tail. But if it doesn't have a tail, it will not look good. It will not look good. It will look incomplete. So the poet is telling, so hide yourself, you tailless beast. Now you are having no tail, so you must hide yourself. Or look a bit ashamed at least. And you must be ashamed of yourself because you don't have any tail. Please, this tail maneuver don't repeat. And please don't repeat this tail skill. Don't repeat this skill of yours. Don't repeat this dropping of the tail. Okay. It makes you look incomplete. Why you should not repeat it? Because you do not look good. You look incomplete. Okay. So did you understand the poem? It was a very good poem. Okay students. And this poem is written by Zai Whittaker. The poet's name is Zai Whittaker. Okay students. Okay students. So I hope you have understood this poem. I have explained it to you. I hope you are clear with the concept and the idea of the poem, right? Okay, now this was my video for today. Thank you for watching it and have a nice day.